Hello, I'm Sarah from Weathered Halloween, and I'm going to be talking and walking you through the process of making our
monstrosity.
Bad joke, I know. I'm going to be explaining certain things in a fast way because I'm literally watching the video with you, so here we go. Okay, for the head, I wanted something a little more structurally sound, and I figured spray foam and chicken wire did the trick. So I just piled up a bunch of garbage can lids, put down some poly, and sent it. From here, I use 4x8 sheets of 1-inch styrofoam, and I alternated between 3 and 6 inches, tapering the pieces so that I can get the round of his body as I install using spray foam and skewers. I put this together knowing how cheap it is and how not perfect it is, and it is a homemade project. So I did learn to let go of the little things. It really taught me to just relax, believe it or not. I wasn't so much of a perfectionist on this one because I figured it just has to get done. A lot of dollar store stuff, those are garden plant stakes that Tom welded onto the metal frame that he put together. Gotta love pool noodles. They do come in handy. I understand that I am making a centipede, but it comes out looking more like an ant, and I moved his feelers higher up on his head because I wanted to put lights in his mouth and I wanted to show them off. We handmade the eyes using LED lights, epoxy, a little bit of color. There's a video for this, a couple of videos on our YouTube channel, Weathered Halloween, if you want to check out what we did. Dollar store bowls and epoxy. My husband tried to time it so he could just push the LED lights in. We missed that window and we ended up drilling holes in. We decided to have his eyes change color. Blue is dormant, relaxed until you activate him, or we activate him with a trigger, and his eyes turn orange. Then he starts yelling at you. One of the biggest challenges I had with doing this was keeping symmetry. So when I did one side of the face, I'd have to go all the way around his mandibles and his feelers to see what I'm doing. And yes, I used the measuring tape. Yes, I used the epoxy eyeballs as a template. But, I'd have to stand back and look at it from a distance and just try my best. That's all this project is just trying my best. And also with the time I had, and also with being a parent, and also having other responsibilities, there's certain stages of this project that I had to do when I had to do. That's just how it went. Again, I didn't stress too much about this. There's Tom putting the eyes together. He is amazing. He's one of those, if he doesn't understand it right away, he'll spend all night to research and figure it out. And it works out in the end. No matter how rough it may be, it gets done. So I think we make a great team where he does the technical and mechanical. I do I'm the art department. And we just do the thing. Again, letting things set overnight and drying time, it's kind of a challenge, but we work it out. A lot of my process is spray foam and skewers. When I get to the painting part, it's a lot of dollar store acrylics. I love acrylics. I do not know how to paint pool noodles. I will tell you, I had them crack and get weathered. Get it? But I primed it. I primed over the spray foam, but not the styrofoam. I've had a good experience with acrylic in the past on styrofoam, so I just rolled with it. I guess in this case I brushed with it. Oh, I'm sorry. it was a lot of fun to hammer this out. I mean, I don't know if any of you have this feeling where you get the urge to just create something and you need that outlet to create, but you can't. That's me, but I get to use Halloween as my outlet. I based the centipede off of, I believe, the desert centipede, the Egyptian centipede. I can't remember. Shucks. Okay. But I have my color scheme using the reference of a real centipede. I believe he'll pop up here in a minute and you'll see what I was trying to go for. So our thing is we take something realistic and make it large, and so there he is. Oh, okay, that was one of the hardest parts of making this, is the research. I have a hard time looking at the bottom left of my screen. Yeah, I'm blurring my vision. That's pretty gross. But I tried to make that centipede right there. We named our centipede Pikel. If anyone knows where that's from, leave a comment below. And the reason why his name is Pikel is for the same reason that his name is Pikel. You'll know when you know. There's the back side. Sticking these sheets of styrofoam onto the garden tomato plant holders was quite a challenge because there's literally no meat to hang on to. And my theory was paint it black, you won't be able to see it. Again, I'm learning to let go of a lot of this little nitpicking and stuff like that. I can't stress out over that. There's too much at play outside of paint. Beef netting came in handy. I ended up dyeing it graphite black. I got mine from Michael's, and I just used it as connective tissue between his plates, his exoskeleton. There's your skewers and your spray foam. That's my formula. Hopefully one day our goal is to get a little more professional and a little more production style, where we are not going to use spray foam and styrofoam. We're going to use, you know, rubber and latex, more servos, more just the more animatronic side of things. We'll get there when we get there. For the legs, in the nature of running out of time and for budget, I just did what I had to do. Okay, I'm gonna pause right there. For the legs, I took pool noodles. Now, let me back up. A lot of people are calling this thing an ant or a cockroach, a centipede. I will accept bug. I will even accept a centipede because it looks like an ant and a centipede. Centipedes have a lot of legs. Ants have 6. We gave Pikel 8. So hopefully people who are looking will know that it's not an ant. Again, I'll accept anything because I was kind of in a rush. Now with these legs, I took a pool noodle, I bent it in half and cut it, and then I took the one, made a slit down probably 1/8 of the way, and then I opened it up and shoved the other half of the pool noodle into that, used cable tie and just tightened it so I'd have that knuckle, and then I put spray foam in all the holes so that I was able to form the point of his legs, have the knuckle, and have some meat to attach it to his body. Tom welded 18 gauged wire. We twisted it as one strong line of wire. We welded it onto the underbelly and stuck those pool noodle legs on. And the way I treated the pool noodle legs after I carved them up was I primed them, I painted them black with black acrylic, and then I used dyed beef netting to wrap them so that I can prevent the noodles from cracking, because I can't paint them, I don't know how, from cracking and getting weathered. And then I just dabbed paint onto those pool noodles covered in fabric. Those are his legs. That's all I got. So there I am shaping the pool noodles. I apologize for my backyard. It is a mess. And I'm sure a lot of you Halloweenies out there that make your props are struggling to keep your areas clean. There I am boiling it. There I painted them, all set up. Now for the sound, Tom wanted Pikel to have his scream come from within him instead of having an exterior speaker set aside. It's just in him. Here's our test with sound. And there's Tom again, doing all the wiring. If you guys have any questions regarding a lot of the technical aspects of things, the equipment he used, the way that he wired anything, please leave a comment. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so we only welded casters on one side of him to make it easier to move him, while the back side has nothing. I had to trail alongside with the box of wires. Just move ahead. You saw what you saw. There's me installing the legs. Again, just cable ties attached to the frame. Here I am putting his belly together. I wanted to use beef netting as his belly to make easy access in case something goes wrong. It's still dark enough that you can't really see inside. I used pool noodles to kind of give him the round of his belly, and I kept it just basic black because I figured the top's good. We'll just just leave it. There I go with my spray foam and my skewers. A lot of the skewers I just broke off. I kept in spot because they dug in with the spray foam. If I pull them out, I pull the netting with it. I used Varathane, this semi-gloss finish. It's wonderful. Love it. Stay tuned for part 3 where we put the yard together. You could also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. And please share and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Happy hunting!